Good evening and welcome back to the Cut Network. I'm Denson Cortez.
And I'm Tabitha Bland. Thank you for joining us.
Before we look into this week's stories, we begin today with world news as tensions with the West continue to rise as Russia plans to shut off gas supplies to Poland after the country declined to pay in rubles. Russian energy giant Gazprom informed Poland's state-run gas firm PG&IG that it will stop all gas flows to the country starting Wednesday, April 27th. This comes a month after Poland and many countries rejected Russia's demand to pay for gas in rubles, Russia's currency. PG&IG, whose contract with Russia expires at the end of the year, said in a statement it would take steps to find alternative suppliers of gas. The news sent U.S. natural gas futures up 3% Tuesday. Taking a look here in Arizona, the tunnel fire in Flagstaff decreased in size to under 20,000 acres. However, containment remains at 20%. The tunnel fire burns 14 miles northeast of Flagstaff and has been burning since April 17th when it was first reported around 4:30 p.m. The Coconino County Sheriff's Office reported that about 109 properties were impacted by the fire and counting, including 30 burned residences and 24 properties with destroyed outbuildings. Firefighters will focus their effort in the Black Mountain and Strawberry Crater Wilderness areas and will continue to put out the remaining hot spots near control lines.
52-year-old Joseph Kennedy was a Washington State high school football coach, but now finds himself in the middle of a Supreme Court case. Following the team's football games, Kennedy wanted to kneel and pray on the field. He said that he wanted to thank God for the team and his opportunity to coach. The legal battle is now in full swing over if this action is religious free speech or promotion of his religion in a public school setting. Bremerton public school officials removed him from his job in 2015 after he refused to stop his on-field prayers, which they said violated the Constitution's prohibition against government endorsement of religion. Kennedy decided to sue. Legal analysts have called this case potentially one of the most consequential cases in the recent years that deals with the separation of church and state. Oral statements took place on Monday, and an opinion will be issued by late June.
Now let's get into this week's episode. To start things off, the Amber Heard trial has recently taken the nation by storm. Johnny Depp has testified in the defamation case in Virginia. Our entertainment reporter Madison Welser has your Heard versus Depp coverage.
Thank you, Tabitha and Denson. I'm Madison Welser, here with the latest highlights on the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation trial. Actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard faced off in the continuous defamation trial in Fairfax, Virginia. In the lawsuit, Depp is suing his ex-wife Heard for $50 million for libel over a 2018 op-ed article Heard wrote for the Washington Post. In the article, Heard claims that she is, quote, a public figure representing domestic abuse, end quote. Although Heard did not include Depp's name in the article, Depp claims that the article ruined his reputation and career. Depp and Heard are both accusing each other of physical violence during their marriage. However, both denied the other's claims. Depp's testimony began on Tuesday, April 19th, and Depp testified, quote, truth is the only thing I'm interested in, end quote. Depp addressed the jury about his abusive childhood, testifying that his mother was, quote, violent and cruel, end quote. On the second day, Depp told the court Heard would often start conflicts and violence. During his testimony, Depp claims that Heard caused injury to his middle finger back in 2015 after Heard threw a vodka bottle at Depp's hand. Heard's legal team has denied this claim. It was also revealed in audio recordings that Heard admitted to starting a physical fight. In the recordings, Heard said, quote, you didn't get punched, you got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you, end quote. Among the audio recordings presented from both sides, other evidence the jury has seen includes testimonies from Depp about his past with drugs and alcohol, a testimony from Heard's personal assistant claiming she received verbal abuse from Heard, as well as explicit texts between Depp and Heard and texts between Depp and actor Paul Bettany. There is not a set date for when Heard will take the stand, but Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn, has stated, quote, Amber did suffer sexual violence at the hands of Depp. Continued, quote, she will get on the stand and she will tell you that it happened, end quote. That is the latest in entertainment for this week. Let's go back to the desk.
Thanks for that recap, Madison. The trial sure is heating up.
Moving on to the local side of things, the Friends Experience has officially arrived to Phoenix. For all of you Friends fans, check out the Friends Experience to step into the world of this iconic TV show. Cut reporter Madison Page has the story.
How you doing? This is Madison Page. I'm here at the Friends Experience. In celebration of the show's 25th anniversary, they decided to hold an exhibit around the United States for all the fans to enjoy. Let's go check out this exhibit located right here in Phoenix, Arizona. The Friends Experience opened its doors in Phoenix in 2022. The experience features several rooms full of memorabilia for fans to enjoy. Some of the more noteworthy rooms are the couch from season 5,
Perfect.
Monica and Rachel's kitchen, Joey and Chandler's living room, and of course, the Central Perk coffee shop. Not only does this experience have the rooms, but they also have things such as the original scripts from certain episodes, Rachel's iconic hairstyles from different seasons, a timeline of the characters' complicated relationships, and TVs throughout the experience showcasing different episodes in each of the rooms. The crew who made this experience also shares a love of cleanliness, just like Monica. While some employees are obsessed with being clean, this employee obsesses about her favorite memories while working here.
Friends is a lot of comfort. It's a comfort show for a lot of people. We've had a lot of proposals here. I think we've had about 3 or 4. I only got to see one. I literally stood there and just waited for them to come through because I knew it was happening. I'm like, nobody tell me to do anything because I'm staying right here for the proposal. But I think the proposals are my favorite.
This exhibit provides fans from all around the state to enjoy and relish in these iconic memories. One fan in particular talks about how nostalgic and uplifting this experience was for her.
It's always been like my comfort show, and I'll put it on like background noise, or I'll even when I do that, I just get so sucked into it. Like I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched it. This experience was awesome too, kind of just seeing like the highlights of the apartment, the coffee shop, and everything. They did a very good job with their props, making it so similar to the actual show. So it was nice to kind of like feel like you're there in the actual coffee shop.
Try to pivot some of your plans and visit this fun-filled experience before they close on May 8th. For The Cut, I'm Madison Page.
Wow, that place must be so nostalgic for a lot of fans. Thank you so much for that pivot reference, Madison.
Back to the national side of things, and one of the world's biggest deals in the technology world, Elon Musk has officially bought Twitter. Our political reporter Elizabeth Shively has the inside scoop.
Thank you, Tabitha and Denzin. I'm Elizabeth Shively here with a recap of Elon Musk's recent $44 billion purchase of Twitter. The deal was accepted on Monday, and Twitter is now facing changes that will impact its millions of users. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX made the offer because of his belief that Twitter is too excessive with moderating comments and posts on the site. Musk calls himself a free speech abolitionist and argues that if certain tweets are legal, they should remain posted. Musk claims that the famous social media site needs to be transformed as a private company, saying, quote, "I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe. And I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy," end quote. Right now, he does not think Twitter is upholding the proper standards of free speech and democracy. Musk plans to modify the app by adding features such as a tweet edit button and new methods to report spam and bot accounts. A potential drop in advertising revenue may also result from the company going private. And there is, of course, one more question many are now asking. Does this massive platform shift mean the return of former President Donald Trump's Twitter account? Well, only time will tell. Tabitha and Denzin, back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that recap, Elizabeth. You are right about that. Time will tell, and it'll certainly be interesting to see what comes next.
In other news, Henna Shop on Mill Avenue is a lifestyle fashion boutique that sells bohemian beauty. They also offer in-store henna services. Cut reporter Nikita Chaturvedi has the story.
Through the bustle of Mill Avenue, one shop homes a peaceful and tranquil aura. The Henna Shop on Mill is the go-to store for bohemian and Indian goods. With Indian suits, scarves, necklaces, rings, dream catchers, incense, and more, the store provides a large variety of items that represent the rich culture that they come from. Also within their store is a unique collection of crystals, often used for spiritual and healing purposes among many communities. Customers from different cultures come together to explore this plethora of products. Their most demanded service, however, is their henna art. They create intricate designs of the customer's choice on their arms and hands. Fima Panzdadi, the manager of the store and a self-taught henna artist, says that she has been working at the henna shop for 7 years and loves every part of her job.
I like to talk with the customer, definitely. And also I like to do henna and our Indian, like threading, all the stuff, I like it.
Hina Patel, Fima's sister-in-law, another employee at the store and also a self-taught henna artist, started threading as soon as she started working.
And first time I go Fashion Square Mall and there somebody waiting and she told me, you do like threading for her small girl, like 13-year teenager girl. And what I can do? It's my first experience.
To explore your knowledge on the spiritual realm, be sure to visit the henna shop on Mill Avenue. For the Cut Network, I'm Nikita Chaturvedi reporting.
That looks like such a fun shop. I will definitely have to check them out.
Coming up next, the Brooklyn Nets and Boston Celtics had a game on Monday that had audiences on the edge of their seats. Cut reporter Leslie Chapman has your sports coverage.
Thank you, Tabitha and Denson. I'm Leslie Chapman here with everything you need to know about the recent series between the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. This past Monday, the Celtics, coached by Ime Udoka in his first year, completed the sweep of the Nets with a score of 116 to 112. The Celtics won the 4 games by a total combined score of 18 points. Few expected the Celtics, led by superstars Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, to win this series. Coming into the 2021-2022 season, the Brooklyn Nets were the favorite to win it all. However, their season got derailed before it even began. Star player Kyrie Irving, who chose to remain unvaccinated against COVID-19, was prohibited to play at home games in Brooklyn due to New York's vaccine mandates. Team officials also didn't allow Irving to play in road games, causing him to miss the first 35 games of the season. The Nets wrapped their season with a 44-38 record, good for the 7th seed and a matchup with the 2-seeded Boston Celtics in the first round. This, along with Kevin Durant's injury and James Harden's trade to Philadelphia, saw the Nets losing time and time again. Throughout the series, Boston's defense, led by key Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart, used switching techniques to stifle one of the game's most prolific scorers in Kevin Durant and lock down the league's best ball handler in Kyrie Irving. Offensively, the team saw production from almost every player, including Grant Williams, who in the closeout game shot 5 for 8 from the field and had 14 points off the bench. The Celtics take one step closer to becoming the 2022 NBA champions. That's all for this week's sports segment. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that coverage, Leslie. What an exciting game. That's it for this week's episode. You can catch us back here next semester, but for our latest coverage, you can visit the Cut Network on YouTube.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media at @the_Cut_network for a behind-the-scenes look at our content.
On behalf of everyone who helps produce The Cut, thanks for watching and making this a fantastic season. And have a great summer.